this could be one of the biggest scandals in African football history. El Hilal are accusing CAF of running a biased and an unfair hearing, and they are ready to take the case to the highest court in world sport. Welcome back to Red Card Africa here on Africa Soccer Zone. On this episode, we are still talking about the case between Al Hilal, RS Berkane, and then CAF. Yes, there is the latest development, and that is what we are going to do here on this episode of Red Card Africa. I'm going to give you all the updates right here. So, what is this case about? So, if you would recall, a few weeks ago, we reported here on the same channel that Al Hilal have filed a case against the chap in the picture right now on the screen, Hamza El Moussaoui, who is a defender for RS Berkane. So what Hilal is saying is that this player tested positive for a banned substance and was supposed to miss their CAF Champions League quarterfinal tie. But some way, somehow, he found himself on the field and contributed to their elimination from the competition. So CAF has held a disciplinary hearing after several attempts by El Hilal to get them to sit on the case or to get CAF to give a response to the case that he filed. So CAF has finally held the hearing, but according to El Hilal, everything about this particular hearing was wrong. Everything about this particular hearing was wrong. And this is where everything gets interesting. So let's take a look at what El Hilal, in a press release that they put out there, what El Hilal is saying concerning the hearing that took place today. So according to El Hilal, there was a conflict of interest. And what they were saying was that the disciplinary committee chair who sat on this particular case was none other than Ousmane Kane, who is from Senegal. And if you remember, Ousmane Kane was the same person that signed a document in which Hamza El Moussaui's ban was lifted. So the ban that was mysteriously lifted was signed by Ousmane Kane, who is the chair of the CAF's disciplinary committee. El Hilal is saying that this is not fair because there's a clear conflict of interest here. Let's look at this scenario. It's just like you having a case and then taking it to a lower court. And then the judge for that case rules against you. You appeal the decision or you file a complaint against that decision by that judge, only for you to find out that even at the next court that you have taken the case to, or at the higher level that you have taken the case to, this same person is sitting on that case. So clearly, Hilal is saying that, look, even before this case was heard, this disciplinary committee hearing, the decision was already known because the person that was already sitting on that particular case, chairing the committee, had already made a decision and nothing new was going to happen. So that is the first point that El Hilal is raising, which I agree to. And then secondly, El Hilal claims that they were shut out. And this is where it even gets worse. According to the claim that they are making, their representatives were removed during the hearing. And a vote continued while they were not even present. Meanwhile, the opposing team or the opposing side, which is RS Berkane, stayed in the room. In simple terms, they were locked out while decisions were being made. And Al Hilal feels that that is not right in an association where we all are supposed to have equal rights and equal hearing. Why does someone get an upper hand in such a case? So Al Hilal feel that issues were not dealt with properly. They are also claiming that there was a language problem. So, and this is very, very shocking for a body like CAF to have such issues, and that is very, very serious. Hilal is saying that a panel member admitted that he couldn't understand English, and yet no proper translation was provided. So if this person doesn't, this panel member clearly doesn't understand English, how is that person going to judge a case that you don't fully understand? How is he going to judge the case? So if you put me in a meeting where everyone is speaking a language that I don't understand, how do you expect me to make any fair judgment in such a case if I do not understand what is being communicated? Hilal is also claiming that there was lack of transparency, and they said decisions were not communicated properly. They were told things verbally and not officially in writing. In such a case, everything should be in writing, because if Hilal decides to take the case to the Court of Arbitration for Sports and they have documents, legal document in writing, I feel they will have a much more stronger case than just going and saying everything verbally. If you go to court with just words without document backing them, you are likely to lose the case. So at this point, according to them, they were even advised to change their lawyers, and that raises a serious question in this case. Was the process already decided? That is a question that everybody is asking. Was the process already decided? Because just look at CAF trying to say that, okay, we have kicked RS Berkane out. We are reinstating El Hilal. It's going to be very, very serious, right? Serious disaster. So it looks like the process was already decided even before the hearing took place. And the big claim, according to Hilal, was that the whole process was flawed, was fundamentally flawed. It was not independent, and then it was not fair. And they believe that the decisions may have already been predetermined. CAF knew what they were going to do. The disciplinary committee knew what they were going to say exactly even before the case started. And for us, like I said in the other videos, if Usman Kane was the one that signed the document that lifted the ban from the player, the question, I am still interested in knowing, why was the ban lifted? If the player tested positive, why was it lifted? That is a question that I keep asking anytime there's any updates on this particular topic comes up. Why was the ban lifted? So what happened next? Now, this is where things might get serious. Al Hilal are ready to take the case to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. And once the case reaches that level, then it becomes a global case and it puts more pressure on CAF. And that can change the outcome completely. Yes, that can change the outcome completely. CAF already has a pending case at the Court of Arbitration for Sport for the Africa Cup of Nations that they stripped Senegal off and give the title to Morocco. That case is pending. Imagine this one goes to ADAP. Then the credibility of CAF will be at stake. And that is something that we don't want to see happen in a competition that is supposed to be fair. CAF should be an independent association, an independent institution. They must not be at any point in time manipulated to take any decision or do anything. And I feel that there are some elements in the CAF executive committee and in CAF that are even more powerful than all these people, all these figureheads that we are seeing as disciplinary committee heads, appeals committee, or even the CAF president. We need to be serious, and then we need to investigate all these things that are happening. Because you cannot tell me that a small club would have been able to get CAF to remove that ban from their player. It won't happen. Very soon we are going to talk about certain things that you didn't know about. We are going to open them up on this show here, Red Card Africa, and then you would understand exactly what goes on in CAF. So this is bigger than just one club. This is about the credibility of African football. We need everybody. We need all stakeholders to be involved. Don't say that because it is El Hilal, you don't care. Tomorrow it can be you. Yes, it can be you. Tomorrow it can be you. Do you think that CAF is handling this issue or has handled this issue properly? Do you think CAF has handled this issue properly? Or you think El Hilal has a point? Drop your thoughts below in the comment section and let's get interactive. Make sure you like this post. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you follow Africa Soccer Zone on all our social media platforms. And most importantly, turn on the notification button or notification bell to this channel so that you don't miss any of our posts. Thank you very much for joining us. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.